Welcome to the Fairy Studio where all the magic takes place. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I'm not kidding. That is kind of true. So I wanted to show you right here. I'm wiping my hands. I compulsively wipe my hands with a block of clay that I don't use. It's like my extra piece to get rid of all the dust bits because I don't want dust in my clay. I don't paint my fairies and I don't want dust to be floating in their skin. Like, that's gross. So I always check every single thing to make sure there's no clay. All right now what I just showed you was my super old, gross block of clay that I did order like recently from Amazon, and it arrived like that, like cracked, dry, old. And I was like, dang it. Okay, so the white block is Cernit, and it's also like 1,000 years old from way back when I used to sculpt, and it's as hard as a piece of rock. And then the round little balls, which I squished on top, is Cosclay, which is amazing, and it makes your clay really flexible, but it's too soft. It's too mushy. I can't sculpt it. It's so sticky. Like, I can't work with it. So I combined the three together. I started with the super sculpey, which was the dry, cracked brick, sadly. You can revive it. So I revived it using a liquid sculpey, which I squirted on top. And I just kept adding the liquid sculpey until I could finally work with the clay. So if you have old clay sitting around and you're like, I can't use this, it's too old, you can actually revive it. It just takes a lot of work. My hands were really sore after this because it's so hard. I was working with really hard clay, like the old Cernit, the old sculpey that was supposed to be new but wasn't. I live out in the middle of the Rocky Mountains in a tiny little town. I can walk down, there's 3 stores in our town. No, probably maybe a few more than that, but no crafting store at all. And the closest crafting store is 2 hours from here. So I'm not going to go hey, let's just go get some clay from the store. 4 hours later, I come back. No, I'm not going to do that. So I just had to order on Amazon. And so I just have to work with what I get. I can't go and poke the clay before I order on Amazon. Anyways, I'm rambling, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm just working with it 1,000 hours later. It finally turned out pretty decent. Okay, so again, to recap, super sculpey, Cernit, and Cosclay. And I used more of the super sculpey, less of the Cosclay. The Cosclay are the little round balls, and the white Cernit are those little mushed balls, the smallest ball. So yeah, that's my custom blend. And if you guys want to see any more tutorials, comment what you want to see, because I'm starting to pull out all my stuff now. I just finished sculpting the faces, so I'll be moving on to eyeballs. All right, bye.